Daniel slammed the car door so hard that the whole street shook. Daniel shouted, "I am not paying you a single dollar. Do you hear me?" The poor mechanic, Eli, stood in his dirty overalls. His hands were black with grease. His eyes were red from no sleep. Eli's voice trembled. "Sir, I worked all night on your car. Please, I have to pay my rent today." Daniel smirked. He pulled out his wallet, waved it in Eli's face, and then put it back in his pocket. Daniel said loudly so everyone could hear, "You people are all the same, always begging for money. Be grateful I even let you touch my car." He sat in his shiny black car and drove away, leaving dust and smoke behind. Eli blinked back tears. His hands were shaking. And in the corner, a teenage boy held up his phone, quietly recording everything. If you were there on that street, whose side would you be on? The sun was going down. The small mechanic shop stood at the side of a busy road. Old tires were stacked in one corner. Tools lay on a wooden bench. A single yellow bulb flickered above. Eli, the mechanic, was wiping sweat from his forehead. He was in his late 20s. His clothes were old. His shoes were torn. But his eyes were kind. His younger sister, Mia, was sitting on a stool doing homework on a torn notebook. Mia looked up. "Bye. Did you eat anything today?" Eli forced a smile. "I will eat when I get paid. Don't worry. Your school fees will be paid too." Just then, a loud horn blared. A black luxury car stopped in front of the garage. It shined like a mirror. The logo on the front showed it was very expensive. Daniel Carter stepped out. Expensive watch, designer suit, perfect hairstyle. He was rich, and he knew it. Daniel looked around with disgust. Daniel said, "This place smells like garbage. Are you the mechanic?" Eli quickly nodded. "Yes, sir. I am Eli. How can I help you?" Daniel pointed at the car. "My car broke down near here yesterday. They told me you towed it. I need it fixed. I have an important meeting tomorrow." Eli said softly, "Yes, sir. I worked on it all night. The engine was damaged. I changed the parts and fixed the system. It's ready now." Daniel raised an eyebrow. "All night?" Eli nodded. His eyes showed his tiredness. Eli handed him a paper. "This is the bill, sir." Daniel took it, looked at the numbers. His face changed. Daniel shouted, "What is this?" Mia flinched in the background. Daniel's voice echoed, "You think I'm stupid? You think because I'm rich you can cheat me?" Eli's heart dropped. "Sir, I only charge for the parts of my work. I even gave discount." Daniel stepped closer. Daniel hissed, "Listen to me carefully. People like you should be thankful you even got to touch my car. You should pay me for the honor." Some people on the street stopped and watched. Eli's hands were shaking now. "Sir, I have not gone home. I didn't sleep. I didn't eat. I worked for you. Please, I just need what is fair." Daniel laughed loudly. Daniel mocked, "Fair? Life is not fair, mechanic. You should know this by now." He pulled out his wallet. Eli's eyes lit up with hope. Daniel waved some money in front of Eli's face, then slowly put back inside. Daniel said coldly, "I changed my mind. I'm not paying a single cent." Eli's voice broke. "Sir, please? My landlord is waiting. My sister's school fee is due. We will be kicked out." Daniel rolled his eyes. "Not my problem." He clicked his fingers. Daniel shouted, "Give me the keys." Eli hesitated. His fingers held the keys tightly for a second. This was his only payment, his only hope. But Daniel's stare was like a knife. Eli's shoulders dropped. He slowly placed keys in Daniel's hand. Daniel smirked. "Good boy." He turned to the small crowd watching. "Everybody see this? This is why poor people stay poor. No business sense. Just drama." Eli's eyes filled with tears. He looked down at the ground, ashamed and helpless. Behind them, a teenage boy named Sam had his phone raised. He whispered, "I'm recording this. People need to see how this man behaves." Daniel sat in his car and drove away, music loud, not caring at all. Dust rose. Eli and Mia coughed. Mia ran to her brother. "Bye, what will we do now?" Eli swallowed hard. His voice was soft. God is watching, Mia. One day, things will change. He said it with his lips. But inside, his heart was breaking. What Eli didn't know was that his life was about to change much sooner than he could ever imagine. That night, Eli sat alone in the small room behind the garage. The roof was leaking. The fan made a loud noise but didn't give much air. Mia slept on a thin mattress, clutching her school bag like a treasure. Eli stared at the unpaid bills on the floor. Rent, electricity, school fees. His hands covered his face. His shoulders shook. He whispered, "I'm trying, Baba. I'm trying. Please give me strength." On the other side of the city, Daniel sat in his luxury apartment. Big glass windows. City lights shining like stars. He laughed with his rich friends. Daniel said proudly, "You should have seen that mechanic's face when I refused to pay. He looked like he was going to cry." His friend, Mark, chuckled, "Bro, why bother arguing? Just throw money at their faces if they talk too much." Daniel replied, "No, they need to know their place." His phone buzzed. Notification. 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 Daniel frowned. What the? He opened a message from one of his colleagues. It was a link. Message, "Is this you? This is going viral, man." Daniel clicked. A video started playing. The title said, "Rich man refuses to pay poor mechanic. Watch what he says." The whole scene was there. Daniel shouting. Eli begging. Daniel refusing to pay. All from Sam's phone. Daniel's own voice came from the phone. "People like you should be thankful you even got to touch my car." The video had thousands of views already. Comments were flooding. Disgusting. Pay the mechanic. People like him are the problem. Daniel's chest tightened. Daniel muttered, "Who posted this?" He scrolled. Sam's account. People were tagging Daniel's company. "Is this how your CEO treats workers? I will never use this company again. Boycott." Daniel threw the phone on the sofa. Daniel said to himself, "It's just social media. It will cool down." But it didn't. By morning, it was everywhere. On the news, on Instagram, on TikTok, on Twitter. Outside Eli's garage, people started coming. A woman said, "Are you the mechanic from the video?" Eli hesitated. "Yes, that was me." She smiled kindly and handed him money. "This is for your sister's school. People online are sending donations. We saw how that man treated you. It was wrong." Eli's eyes filled with tears. "But why are you helping me?" She replied, "Because you were humble. You were respectful. And you didn't fight back even when he insulted you." More people came. Some brought car, repair work. Some brought food. Someone even brought new shoes for Mia. Mia looked at her brother with shining eyes. "Bye, look. They care about us." Eli was shocked. He kept saying, thank you," to every person. But this was only the beginning. At Daniel's company, things were not so nice. He walked into the office. People stared. Some whispered. Some moved away. Daniel snapped, "Don't you all have work?" His secretary, Grace, walked up nervously. "Sir, the board has called an urgent meeting today. They are upset about the video." Daniel's heart dropped. "The board saw it too?" Grace nodded slowly. "And the new investor wants to attend as well. He said it's important." Daniel adjusted his tie. He tried to act confident. Daniel muttered, "I'll handle it. I always do." He walked toward the meeting room, every step heavy. Inside the big boardroom, there was a huge screen. On it, the viral video was paused at the moment where Daniel said, "You people should be thankful you even got to touch my car." The board members looked angry. Some looked disappointed. The chairman, Mr. Harris, spoke calmly. "Daniel, sit." Daniel sat, trying not to show his fear. Mr. Harris said, "Before we talk, our new investor has requested to join us." The door opened. A tall man in a neat but simple suit entered. His face was familiar. Daniel's eyes widened. Walking beside him was Eli, in clean clothes, still simple, but standing straight, proud. His eyes were no longer just tired. They were strong. Daniel's heart started a race. Mr. Harris stood up. Everyone, this is Mr. Kane. He owns one of the biggest car part companies in the city. He was interested in partnering with us. Mr. Harris paused until he saw this video. The room went silent. Daniel suddenly realized his biggest mistake was not refusing to pay. His biggest mistake was he refused to pay. Daniel's throat felt dry. Mr. Kane sat down calmly. Eli took a seat beside him. Mr. Harris pressed play on the big screen. Everyone watched the video again. This time, the sound felt louder. The words felt heavier. Daniel's own voice hit him like a slap. People like you should be thankful you even got to touch my car. When the video ended, no one spoke for a few seconds. Only the soft sound of the air conditioner. Mr. Harris finally asked, Daniel, is this video real or edited? Daniel swallowed. It's real, but it's not the full story. That mechanic was trying to... Eli looked up. His voice was soft but clear. Sir, may I speak? All eyes turned to him. Daniel stared in disbelief. What are you doing here? Mr. Kane answered. He is my best mechanic, like a younger brother to me, and he is the reason I even considered working with your company. Daniel's face lost color. Eli continued. Mr. Carter brought his car to my shop. I worked on it all night. I did not overcharge. I even gave a discount. I was polite. I begged him calmly. He chose to insult me in my poverty. Mr. Kane looked at the board. Eli has been working with me for years. He never cheats. He never lies. I trust him with my business. If your CEO cannot respect honest workers, how can I trust it with my investments? Daniel suddenly spoke, voice shaking. I didn't know he was connected to you. If I knew... Mr. Kane cut him off, eyes sharp. That's the problem. You only respect people if you know they are important. The words hit Daniel deep. Mr. Harris leaned back, disappointed. Daniel, this video has damaged our company image. We are losing clients. Our social media is full of hate. And it's not because of a mistake in business. It's because of your character. Another board member added, we got emails from employees too. They say you often talk to junior staff like this. Daniel's heart sank even more. So people did see. They just never spoke before. Daniel looked at Eli. For the first time, he really looked, not just at his clothes, but at his eyes, his tired face, his shaking hands. Daniel whispered, I am sorry. But the words sounded small. Mr. Kane said, sorry is not a magic word, Mr. Carter. It does not erase pain. It does not erase hunger. It does not erase tears. Mr. Harris folded his hands. We had high hopes from you, Daniel, but power went to your head. He took a deep breath. Mr. Harris announced, from today, you are removed from the position of CEO. Daniel froze. Those words felt like the ground opening under his feet. Mr. Harris continued, you will step down and we will release a public statement. We will not let one man's arrogance destroy the values of this company. Daniel stammered, you're firing me? Because of a mechanic? Mr. Kane replied coldly, no, because of your pride. Daniel's mind raced. His perfect life, his respect, his title, all slipping away. He remembered his words to Eli. Life is not fair. You should know this by now. Now, those words were turned back on him. Eli stood up. He looked at Daniel, not with hatred, but with sadness. Eli said softly, Sir, I never wanted this. I just wanted fair payment for my work. I didn't ask anyone to punish you. Mr. Kane turned to Eli. You also deserve something today, Eli. Everyone looked at him. Mr. Kane smiled proudly. From today, I want you to manage my new service centers across the city. I will pay for your further training in automobile engineering. You will not just be a mechanic. You will be a leader. Eli's eyes filled with tears. He covered his mouth with his hand. Me? But, sir, I am just... Mr. Kane shook his head. You are not just anything. You are hardworking, honest, and you stayed respectful even when you were insulted. The board members nodded. Daniel watched, feeling smaller and smaller. Once he stood above Eli. Now he was the one sitting in shame. Later that evening, Daniel walked slowly to Eli's garage. The same street, the same yellow bulb. But now, the garage looked a little different. New tools, fresh paint, people talking kindly to Eli. Mia was laughing with some kids. Daniel stepped forward. His expensive shoes touched the dusty ground. Some people recognized him and glared. Eli saw him. For a moment, there was silence. Daniel's voice was low. "Eli, I came to say, I'm sorry." His eyes were wet. His shoulders were not straight anymore. His pride was broken. He pulled out an envelope and placed it on the table. Daniel said, "This is a full payment for the repair. An extra for the trouble I caused. I know money cannot erase what I said, but it's all I can start with." Eli looked at the envelope, then looked at Daniel. Eli asked quietly, "Why are you really sorry, sir? Because you lost your job? Or because you hurt a poor man?" Daniel's eyes filled with tears. "Because I hurt you, and many others like you. I thought money made me better than everyone. I was wrong." There was a long pause. Eli took a slow breath. Then he pushed the envelope back halfway. Eli said, "I will take only what you owed me, nothing more. I am not here for revenge. I just want respect." Daniel's lips trembled. No one had ever spoken to him like this. Calm, strong, yet kind, he whispered, "Thank you for being a better person than me." Eli gave a small, tired smile. "Just be better from now on, sir. Treat people right. That is enough." Daniel nodded. He turned to leave, wiping his eyes. Mia tugged her brother's sleeve. "Why didn't you take the extra money? We need it." Eli looked at her and smiled softly. "We will get what is ours in a clean way, Mia. God already showed us that he is fair." He looked at the small sky above the crowded street. A soft wind blew. His heart felt lighter. Sometimes real richness is not in your bank account. It is in the way you treat people who cannot fight back. Never look down on someone who works with their hands. The same hands you insult today might be the hands that save your life tomorrow. If you were in Eli's place, would you forgive Daniel or not? Thinking.